Click, click, boom. What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is back, baby. We are here to bring you guys a wonderful preview you have all been waiting for, man. We're going to get this thing done. We're going to set it off up in here, man. Shout out to all the faithful. Shout out to everybody in Baltimore and that weather, man. I talked to some of my guys on video. I can see the breath coming out their mouth and everything. It's cold out there. But let me digress. Let's get to the formalities really quick, and we're going to run this thing down, all right, guys? If it's your first time here on YouTube, we want to thank you guys for checking us out. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It's going to be your way to know every time we go live. Turn on your notifications as well so you know when we do impromptu videos for the breaking news and things like that, okay? Give us a follow on Twitter and Snapchat. That handle is Nothing But 9ERS right there at the bottom of the screen. Again, that is Nothing But 9ERS. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram, all right? Nothing But Niners. That is spelled all the way out. It's the best way to be a part of a large community, especially over there on the Facebook page. Over 12,000 strong. Shout out to the faithful, man. Shout outs to the faithful. By the way, that's not just because we were winning either. That group was growing and growing while we were over here with 2 wins, man. And I'm talking about last year. Like, that group was growing at an astronomical rate. So shout out to everybody over there. Also, if you guys are watching on Facebook, make sure you guys accept the permissions request so that way your name shows up in the comments, and we click your comments. It'll pop up right here at the bottom of the screen, just like that comment down there, okay? Also, if you forget anything I told you guys, don't fear. You can go to www.nothingbutniners.com. That is your one-stop shop for any and everything 49ers, okay? From us here at Nothing But Niners. You got 2 articles that just went up in the last 12 hours there. My bold predictions up there. Silverado Kev's heavy shooting Chevy. My man put out his bold prediction, his keys to victory, I'm sorry. And both of those links are actually in the description of this video. So if you just scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see the links there so you guys have some morning reading to do as well. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you can send us to an email. That is nbniners@nothingbutniners, okay? So make sure you guys send us an email over there if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, any feedback, any suggested topics you want us to discuss. Also, your game day attire. I know people are out there in this rain, man. I want to see some pictures. Let's get Nick to post those pictures up over there, okay? Guys, you already know the deal. I am 49ers Mike _NFL. We're going to kick the show off right now with my man Tony, NJ Niner fan 499 on Twitter. What's up, baby? How you doing, man?
What's up? It's game day, baby. Game day, big game for us. Big game.
Oh, yeah. Not only is it a big game, it's an early game, man. 10 o'clock. How did this game not get flexed, Tony? Like, how? What was the NFL thinking?
Because I think they're limited on how many games that they can flex, I think, per team. I'm not 100% sure. But listen, it stinks being in the New Jersey area. You never get to see the Niners. Thank God for, my little subscription that I have. I can see it on my computer. But listen, we got a lot to cover today. A lot. This is a big game for us, big test. Some good, some bad things that we're going to touch on today. What's up, Mike?
Yeah, man. There's a lot of people who are asking, how can we watch? How can we watch? Okay. And if you're on the East Coast, I can't promote websites on here that aren't ours. However, if you go to the Nothing But Niners page on Facebook, there's a thread there where someone said, I'm on the East Coast, how can I watch? And there are a bunch of links there that you guys can watch this game in HD from your phone, from your tablet, from your laptop. All right, so you guys make sure you get over there, and that's how you watch the game, okay? So let's get to this, man. We got basically the matchup of the year is about to go down, man. We have 2 of the hottest teams in the NFL. The 49ers are a missed field goal in overtime away from being 11-0. The Ravens are on an incredible 7-game winning streak, and they look dominant in the process, especially these last 3 games. They haven't punted in the last 24 possessions. We had you saw them on Monday Night Football just completely dismantle the Los Angeles Rams. Every single possession that Lamar Jackson was on the field for, they scored a touchdown. They scored. So, guys, how do you deal with this, man? Tony, let me ask you this question, man. Are you nervous? What's up, man? Are you nervous about this?
I will tell you 100% flat out I am nervous. I'll stand by. I have no problem saying it. Baltimore is a very good team, but there's a lot of factors in this game today that could benefit us. We'll get into that further. I don't know if you want to touch it now, but guys, listen, this is no joke. This team is very talented. He is very talented, the quarterback. Ingram's running like a madman, physical as hell, downhill. But there is also some other factors in this where like they really haven't faced a really top-notch defense. I understand the Rams have Aaron Donald. He's a phenomenal player. There's no taking it away from him. But I'm just saying, man, this is a tough game. This is a scary game for us too. What do you think, Mike?
You know what? I'm gonna keep it from the gut like I always do, man. The bigger the opponent, the less nervous I am. It's the small guys. It's the teams we're supposed to beat that make me nervous. I feel like we might overlook them a little bit, or we might I don't know what the word is, but this game, just like the Packers game, man, I'm not nervous at all about this. And
it's like this team rises to the occasion to play the team. Like
yeah,
play
they
opponent.
get up for the games. Absolutely.
Yeah.
They turn up for him. I see my man Nick popped it. Oh no, he's gone now. Never mind. Nick Cork was down there, but he vanished. So we're gonna keep this thing going. Yeah, I know this is supposed to be like a big game, and how can we stop this guy? That was the question all week long. No one is talking about that Ravens defense that has looked good these last couple of weeks. No one's talking about the Mark Ingram. They're not talking about any of the wide receivers. It's how do they stop Lamar Jackson? Let me ask you this question flat out, and then we'll get to some of the logistics of it all. If Lamar Jackson doesn't run for 100 yards, do we win this game?
Yes. I think if they contain him, yes. But I also think if he does get close to 100 yards, we still could win this game. It's not a complicated offense. Okay, I mean, could I go into it right now or no?
Let's get it. Yeah, let's knock the thing out, man.
Let's take this back. I think it was 2000. What year we played them in the Super Bowl? 12, 13?
2012. Yeah,
12. Okay, 2012. We played this same team, not the same players, but we played the Baltimore Ravens in the Super Bowl, and we had the offense that is currently being run now in Baltimore. We had a mobile athletic quarterback with a rocket of an arm, even though granted Jackson's a little more accurate than Kaepernick was, but we still had the offensive coordinator, and we still had the basic foundations of their offense. Okay. Listen, Baltimore came up with a very good game plan, and I've yet to see it done yet in any of these teams that played Baltimore. How they beat the 49ers was play in and play out. They just hit Kaepernick, and they just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them. We had Vernon Davis and Dwayne Walker. They have Andrews, and I think Boyle is their second tight end. So it's very similar. This offense is centered around the tight end. Similar to ours right now, but similar to what it was in 2012. I think if the 49ers front four, and I repeat this, front four, can get physical, get them that backfield, start hitting Ingram, and start hitting Jackson. I think it's going to turn to our favor. I think it's going to help this defense out a lot. There's a ton of factors, though. Like I said earlier in the show, weather. Number one, will that slow them down? Number two, key component of their offensive line, out for the year. Center, undrafted free agent coming in. There's a lot going on right now. I'm not saying the 49ers don't have issues with their injuries. I'm not saying that at all. But the weather, the injury to that center, which is a key part of that offense, I think it's kind of, I'm not going to say level the playing field, but it's kind of going to, I think, slow that offense down a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I think weather's going to affect both teams, right? But from what I'm understanding, it's not like a torrential downpour or anything. It's not like how it was in Washington. So we should be all right as far as the game goes, as far as the weather. I mean, they say the run game travels well, and they say defense travels well as well. I think that's where it starts for the 49ers. I think that's the biggest key to victory is they haven't played a defense like this. When a team is hot and when a team we saw you talked about the Super Bowl that the 49ers and Ravens played, right? But what about the one right before or right after that? It was the Seahawks and the Broncos, right? That Broncos offense was on fire. Mm-hmm. It was on fire. No. Wait, hold on now.
Yes.
Or was it the Panthers one they were on fire?
No,
and they went against the Broncos.
That was
Either way, these hot ass offenses came in, and as soon as you have to punt, as soon as things don't go your way on that first opening drive, you see everything change up. All of a sudden, the demeanor of that entire team is like, oh boy, these guys are better than we thought they were. It's a mental check, like right away. Right away. And so I think it's imperative that this 49ers defense stops him and forces a punt immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. You have to go. Don't let them drive down the field and get a touchdown early on. We're susceptible to that. The Niners have done that, I think, 3 or 4 times this year, where the opening drive teams just march down the field and score on us. And I think the couple of times that's happened, that was pretty much it. The teams didn't do anything else after that. But I think we got to stop them from doing that. I see people say, oh, they gamble, they go for it on 4th downs and all that. Listen, those numbers are being thrown around to try to intimidate people, right? Have you seen the 4th down stat that they have?
No.
They're 14 of 17 on 4th downs, right? But if you step back and think, here we are going into the 12th game of the year, that's barely 1.5 attempts a game. That's not a lot. That's not a lot. They just happen to convert some of them, but that's not a lot. Our defense is actually the exact opposite. We have allowed the fewest, as far as percentage goes, the fewest converted 4th downs. So I think we're 1 in like 14 or something like that. I remember the stat, but I remember reading it, but I don't remember what the exact number was. We've only allowed 1 4th down conversion. So don't tell me that these guys go in here and, all right, they're going to convert every 3rd down and every 4th down and all that stuff. It's not going to work like that, man. So, all right, Tony, I'm going to sound like a huge homer if I keep going, because of how much I'm not worried about this game and how one-sided I think it could be. So I want to ask you, what are you concerned with? What's the biggest thing we should be worried about? Let's try it that way, because once I start going on the positives and how I think it's going to go, I'm going to. All right.
So basically, what I've seen so far, Wink Martindale is a very, very aggressive defensive coordinator. He comes from under the Ryan tree. The Buddy Ryan, Rex Ryan, Rob Ryan, whatever. They like to blitz. They like to generate pressure because they only have one player that could really that's you could say is a pass rusher, and that's Jordan. I think he's number 99. He's a outside linebacker, 6'5", in the 245, 255 range. He's actually a pretty darn good player, but he's not the player that could take over a game himself and generate consistent pressure. They don't have that. So what they do is they generate pressure. Now, with Kyle, if you have to send more than 5, there's going to be openings. Now, the question is if our offensive line can hold up so Jimmy can get that ball out quick. So what you're going to see today, in my opinion, I think you're going to see a lot of running games, screens, getting the ball out quick to Kittle, getting the ball out quick to Debo, and let him just truck downfield. I do like our offense versus their defense in that matchup because they are aggressive, and Kyle can, after his first 15, boom, there's the adjustments. Now, if Baltimore sticks to that theory, I don't know if they're going to sit back and play zone. Maybe they'll play zone against them and make them work for it. But then we have the run game. My biggest concern, all right, is the defense against the offense, okay? I think the defense will rise to the occasion and play a good game. But they have to play discipline. The minute they go undisciplined, it's going to be if they play uncontrolled up front and our linebackers, it could be a long game for us. I'm not saying that's what I think is going to happen, but what I am saying is if they don't play discipline, okay, versus this mesh offense where you do that fake with the running back and the quarterback, and it's the read option where he reads the end whether or not to give. If the end crashes down, the quarterback takes it outside. If the end sits, he hands it off. That delay, a second delay,
hesitation,
freezes the second level of your defense and your front line. Okay, I played linebacker. I coached linebackers. I was an offensive coordinator. So I mean, that delay is so crucial. Now, if they play to their keys, they play to their sound assignment football, and they stick to the fundamentals of this defense, they could beat this team. But they have to be strict.
This is my problem, is that every time I hear a concern, I dig into it, and then it becomes like something that I laugh at, I scoff at, right? And so you talked about how aggressive they are, how Wink likes the blitz, right? But they're not getting home when they do it.
No,
they're not getting home.
And that's where it favors our offense.
Right. Like they even though they blitz a lot, It's just to say, hey, we really suck, so we have to do this to generate some pressure and hope that it forces bad throws.
Correct.
They're not getting home. They're not getting the sacks. They're not getting the, you know what I mean? Like this, it's a lot of gimmicks. It's a lot of gimmicks on both sides of the ball, and they're all working. And that's cool. That's
Bro,
hot,
it is
right?
pouring at that game.
Oh, my
right
man,
now.
David Yang. I see the comment here. Hold on. David Yang said he's got his gold bar, man. Send us a picture, man, and we'll get you on when you do the victory toast. Have that thing ready, all right? Have it ready. I see Nick over there. Hold on. Let me bring Nick in. Nick is out there.
What up?
What's going on?
It is pouring.
I just said that. I saw it on NFL.
It is pouring right now.
I can't tell. It just looks like wet roads.
Yeah, well, all right, hold on. I got to go
find
back.
a puddle. Find a puddle. Let's see what's – no. The picture's clear. But just
There's
find
puddles
a puddle.
right here.
Hold on.
Look,
wait.
You can see it a little bit. Yeah.
Let me make it full screen. Hold on. Let me make it full screen.
Look.
Man, that's not pouring.
Bro.
That's not pouring, Nick. Oh, shit.
Go.
My bad.
Let me flip back. All right. I don't know. Can you guys still see me or hear me?
Yeah. You're good, bro. You're good.
All right. It looks frozen on my end, so that's why I wasn't sure.
No, we're good.
My phone's getting soaked, so.
Yo, man, did you find your bag?
No, definitely didn't.
All right, faithful, man. Listen, we got to band together really quick, guys. We got a little issue here. Last night, early in the morning, Nick's bag was left at, where was it? In the lobby of the hotel?
Yeah.
You know better than I do. We got enough people who watch this show. You guys might know somebody who has seen it. Go ahead. Let them know what the bag looks like and what, you know.
Yeah, so it's a San Francisco 49ers drawstring bag. It's like a book bag type thing. It's got, I don't know what it was in there. My hat was in there. That's all autographed. Phone charger, just a bunch of different things was in there. And I walked away for a second to grab some pizza, came back, and my bag was gone. So hopefully a faithful picked it up. And if you did, get it back to me or didn't turn it in. If not, I guess, I don't know.
Hashtag find Nick's bag. All right, guys. You see it up there. Let's work together, guys. Let's band together on here, man. Yeah, I see you. I see you, Nana. I got you, man. All right. But yeah, so guys, make sure we put a lookout for this bag. All right. It's got a hat in there with a bunch of autographs on it. Hashtag find Nick's bag. But listen, Nick, I don't think it's going to be a takeover because I've been to games in Baltimore and those fans are rabid.
I don't know, bro. There's a lot of faithful out here.
No, the faithful travel well. I think
a lot
it's
of faithful,
thousands of them there. But come on, man. You think it's going to be a takeover? You think we're going to be making noise on their third downs? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Enough to disturb them?
Yes, I think so. Just from I'm not even at the stadium yet. I'm actually walking over there now. I was going to go to the tailgate and stuff like that, but it's pouring out, so I didn't go. But definitely a ton of faithful are here. It's been nothing but Niners no pun intended. It's been nothing but Niners here, all over the place, man. It's awesome. I'm seeing more red than purple right now.
Well,
it's crazy.
But you went to like the 49ers meetups. That's how it's supposed to be, right? Like,
no, I'm just saying, like, even just walking around the city of Baltimore.
Maybe they're like, you know what? I'm not going out there right now. It's cold.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I'm telling you, we should be good, man.
All right. I like it, man. I think the game is sold out. I think that they're going to have like I said, I've been out there, man. That they travel well and they represent. And you know what you're going to hear at some point? Oh. They love that. Hey.
So annoying.
Y'all look cold, man. Y'all look cold.
Look, I got a full. I don't know if you can see. I got the full gold frog today. He ain't messing with me today.
My man's out there wearing a poncho. So, all right, man, let's get back to this game and how we think it's going to go. I'm going to bring my man Nick in here also. All right. Now I got to get Nick's bag off of Nick's face. Hold on. That sounded really bad. Let me minimize it like that. Nope, still not good enough. So, guys, Nick backed out. I guess he lost signal. Tony, you were talking about how, that defense is aggressive and all that stuff. And I was saying how I'm just not worried about it. They don't get home. They do it as it's a gimmick almost. Just like this offense, it's working right now. And so people respect it. But the truth of the matter is we've seen this whole story. If you've been a 49ers fan, even just for the last 10 years, you've seen this exact thing happen. Colin Kaepernick stormed the league with the same exact offense. All the motions and merry-go-rounds in the backfield before the snap and all that stuff, trying to confuse people and all. It didn't work. It didn't work. It was fun during the regular season, and it got your team to the postseason, but that was about it. That was about it. When you go up against a sound defense, people who trust themselves, defenses that stick to their keys, the offense didn't work. So let me ask you, man, are you guys worried about it? Let's start with my man Nick. He's on mute. He's got to take himself off of mute. Nick, how you think this game goes today, man?
Hi, Mike. Yeah. It's all right. My daughter's just walked in, as you saw. I flipped the camera around and then she hid behind the fridge door. Sorry about that. I think the rain's going to play a big factor. We could be in for Mud Bowl 2, possibly. But yeah, I've just sort of tuned in, and I think that we've got to really key on their run game and try and stop that making pass in the rain. I don't think that I think we can win, but we've obviously got to key in and make sure that we make them one-dimensional, really. And I don't think he can beat us with his arm. He is a good passer, don't get me wrong, but I think that's pretty key.
Breaking news, but important news. We got a little bit of important news here. Go ahead, Tony. You got the inactives for us for today. So let's hear it.
So the inactives this week versus Baltimore is Breida at running back, Pettis at wide receiver, Staley at left tackle, which it's going to be interesting to see who's going to start, School or Brunskill. Ford, McLaughlin. So that means Robbie Gould is a go. CJ Beathard and the tight end Toyolo.
All right, so I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to find reasons to be nervous because I'm super confident in this game. So I'm gonna purposely be negative. I think we embarrassed this team today. I'm letting you guys know right now. I think we embarrassed them in their own house and all that stuff. But let me ask you guys this question: if it comes down to a kick, do you have faith in Robbie Gould? Come on, be honest with me. Come on, guys.
Just one thing before we answer that question. Brunskill will be starting at left tackle.
Let's go.
As far as that question with Robbie Gould, I do, and I think he feels the pressure because he's missed the last 3 games, I believe, with the injury, and he hasn't had the greatest year, and he's allegedly fully healthy and recovered. So I think he's going to have to step his game up. And, when he's called upon, he's got to be dependable. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I've got no problem with Robbie at kicker. I know Mike does like to stir the pot where he's concerned, and he's been doing it from the start of the season, but I don't have a problem with him. I mean, if he didn't go, I'd have no problem with the other kicker. So I don't think it's going to come down to kicks. I don't think it's going to be that close. But, yeah, I've got no problem with him at all, Tony. None at all.
And the Ravens announced their inactives. It's quarterback Tracy McSorley, wide receiver Jaleel Scott, offensive lineman Ben Powers, cornerback Anthony Averett, cornerback Iman Marshall, defensive back Bennett Jackson, and defensive lineman Zach Seiler.
Hey, guys, I got a 5-minute phone call for my job, so just hold this down. I'm going to pop myself out.
Go. Those are their inactives. Obviously, there's no real big names out of that group. But like Mike and I were talking about before you jumped in, the defense versus their offense. I think they have to play extremely disciplined football. I think our defense was built to stop the pass. I think we all agree about that. Our front four with our pressures up front four. But our defense is very fast. It's fast at the front on the defensive line, and it's fast at the second level at our linebackers. This offense that they're going to face today is basically 100% the 2012 San Francisco 49ers offense that made it to the Super Bowl versus the Baltimore Ravens. I touched on this earlier. Same coordinator, but now in Baltimore. A little bit better pocket passer. I think we had the better running back and offensive line, to be honest with you, on that team. And repeatedly, they just kept hitting Kaepernick every play. They started crashing the ends down on the mesh point. They hit him whether he had the ball or not. And according to the league rules, from what my understanding is, I listened to Greg Cosell, that if it's a play where he holds it to the last minute and lets the ball go to the running back, it's free game because that's considered a run. It's not a pass. So those are my key factors. If we play disciplined football, I think we could beat this team. And another key factor that I think that everyone's overlooking is their backup quarterback is RG3. Kyle Shanahan installed this offense in Washington when he was the offensive coordinator, which his quarterback was RG3. So if anybody knows the ins and outs of this offense, it's Kyle Shanahan. And I'm pretty damn sure I'll go out in the line and say he was involved with the defensive game plan with Saleh and, Kosaric and Woods. They probably came together with a scheme. You listen to the interviews. He watched tons of college film on how to defend this. I think this defense is going to be prepared. I think they're going to be ready. But the key is they have to play disciplined football and play to their assignments. They can't go out of their assignments. What do you think, Nick?
Well, you certainly, with your descriptions there, have made me feel a lot better because I'm really nervous about this game. Really nervous. Not that it's going to be a blowout or we're going to get embarrassed, but I watched the Cleveland game, the 40-minute one, not the coach's one, because I can't get my head around that, and I don't think it really does like the All 12 in the States over here on Game Pass. But Cleveland played them spot on, as you say. They crashed the edges. They hit him constantly. They put him under pressure, and as you say, if he holds the ball too long, then he becomes a runner, and they can tee off on him. And I don't want it to be a factor of him running all over us. As I say, we got to try and keep him under check quite a lot, which I think is going to be quite difficult because he is elusive. And RG3, again, he probably was ahead of his time. He was probably one of the first RPO quarterbacks that came into the league. And there is a three-headed monster back there in the backfield, which, again, I don't think Ingram, again, if you keep him on the inside, he's not going to burn you for 20, 30 yards. If he gets on the outside, maybe he will. But yeah, no, you've made me feel more confident, but I've still got butterflies. It's still a massive game. And even if we did lose, God forbid we did, it still really doesn't put us too far behind because obviously Seattle still got to play Minnesota. But
correct.
Yeah, I'm nervous.
And you're 100%. You're 100%. Should be nervous. This is a good team. It's not like they stink and they're garbage. Productive. I saw Mike's head go back. That something's coming down the pike now. But listen, you got to give them credit on production-wise, statistics-wise, points-wise. They are a productive team. You can't not take it away from them. There's one matchup that I really, really, really think that this defense is going to take advantage of, and that's DJ Jones and or DeForest Buckner against that interior. With that center out, with that undrafted free agent now taking the reins in 2 days practice because they just traveled cross country from playing the Rams in LA. I really like that, Matt. I think DJ Jones potentially could have a huge game today. Huge. Mike, let's hear it.
Yeah, no, they're going to beat the hell out of that rookie center, man. He's not going to know what's coming. They come fast and hard, pause. And there's going to be no remorse for that young man. None at all. Can you imagine your first NFL start up against the best defensive line in the NFL?
Yeah.
Can you imagine what that's like?
Tough. It's tough.
Can you imagine what's going through this kid's head? And it's raining. You're trying to plant your feet on a slippery surface against these walls coming at you, bro.
It's not only that, the snap exchange. That ball's going to be wet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They like to run in the pistol. Is that ball going to slide out of his hands when he's shotgun snapping that ball in the pistol? There's a lot of things here, man. That quarterback center exchange is huge. Huge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. This team is second. This defense is second in points per game allowed. Second. This is the second best scoring defense in the NFL, guys. People are talking like they're nervous and all, and they're like, oh, well, I don't know what's going to happen, and the Niners are going up against the highest scoring. Listen, it's strength against strength. Number 2 scoring defense against the number 1 scoring offense, right? But where's their defense in scoring? In the middle of the pack, right? 13, 15 area. Guess who the number 2 scoring offense is? It's us. They got to see us. This is what I've been talking about. It's like, it's this whole like, when has there ever been a team ranked 1 or 2 in both offense and defense?
Yeah.
You
playing in the season.
You don't see it. You don't see it like this. Not the way the Niners are doing it. We beat you on the ground. We beat you in the air. We beat you defensively. We get after you all the way around. The only thing that could stand for some improvement is the special teams unit. It's special teams unit. And I'm a little nervous about that. I'm I mentioned it in my my bold prediction piece, how, with Raheem Mostert probably not going to be playing a lot of special teams in this weather because Breida's out. They're going to need him as a ball carrier. Not saying that we can't do it. We won't have the gunners and all that because we've seen Mosley be an excellent gunner. Him and Mostert out there. But we might take a little step back in the special teams unit. That is the closest to a concern I have in this game. They have not played a stout and sound defense like ours, man. Total yards per game. Our defense gives up the absolute fewest in the entire NFL. Yards per game. I told you already, we're second in points allowed per game, right? We're first in sacks in the NFL. And we're fourth in takeaways. This defense is the best defense all around in the entire NFL, and nobody's talking about it. All they're talking about is, oh, well, they didn't punt. They didn't punt. They didn't punt. They didn't play us. You saw that Rams team. They quit in the second drive. Not the second quarter, not the second half of the game. The second drive, that Rams defense was done. Aaron Donald was the only person showing any effort out there. And even that dwindled down. Yeah, I said it. Aaron Donald tapped out too. I said it. That's not happening on this team. This roster doesn't have quit in it, man. They don't. They don't. Man, this is going to be such a I got to calm down, man. This is why I didn't want to start talking about this game, because I'm going to sound crazy. This is exactly how I felt last week when we played the Packers. I tried not to talk about it. I didn't do my bold prediction piece because you ever feel like people are going to be like, yo, this guy is crazy. Like, I get that a lot anyway. But you ever feel like if I say this, people are going to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. Listen, it's going to be a good game, man. It's going to be a good game between two good teams. Listen, my heart says it's the Niners, but schematic-wise, matchups, I am scared. I'll tell you that.
Oh, man, all right. Let's
defense, because I honestly think if they're going to blitz Kyle, I think Kyle will make them pay for it, and they're going to have to adjust their defense.
Bro, Kyle flexed on him. Kyle's already playing head games. Did you see the interview, the presser he did?
No.
He
I
said,
didn't get a chance to, Mike. I was tied up this week.
They said, how do you combat how often they blitz? He said, I like when teams blitz. That means you're leaving something open in your secondary. One less guy we got to worry about. There's one less person back there defending. I like when teams blitz, and I hope they do. He flat out said that at the mic. Come on, man. This team, there's a
I'm saying Kyle will take advantage of that. And if they play zone, he's going to run the ball down their throat, and it's going to force them to come up to the box and start being aggressive. And then that's it.
Yeah.
It's just I'm just afraid that hey, there he is.
Tony the Tiger, what up, baby?
What up?
What's good?
What's
hey,
good?
Man.
You got your poncho on? What's up?
You see I got this poncho on. Hey, yo, the 49ers are deep in this Baltimore state. I don't even think the Ravens fans showed up yet. They probably stay at home watching this on local TV or something, yo. But it's an invasion right now. We taking over, yo. We taking over. You're gonna see a lot of red in the background, y'all. It's about to be crazy. Everybody on the field right now. I tell you to get out the rain so I can talk to my brothers. What's good?
Hey, let me.
Hey, Wayne, is it still raining there?
Oh yeah, it's raining.
How does the field look?
The field look good. It looks good right now because ain't nobody on it. They just warming up right now. But it's raining and it's cold. And boss ain't got no damn clothes on. That boy a fool.
Hey, you ever see a bear with clothes on?
I've never seen a bear with clothes. You know what, Mike? This is why we be here, bro.
Come on, baby, let's go.
I am looking for Nick because I left him at the hotel and I ain't seen him since. So pray for Nick. Make sure he get here. I hope he's good. He's a little distraught, but he'll be here soon.
Yeah, for sure.
There's my wife right there, y'all.
Let's
That's
go.
Miss Breezy.
I like it. Let's go.
Yeah. All right, y'all finish talking, man. I'm listening. Go ahead.
All right. So listen, this is where I'm at, man. I'm not gonna try to, completely disregard what the Ravens have done and accomplished so far, right? I'm gonna give them their props. I told you guys, points per game, they're averaging 35.1. Okay. Total yards per game, they're second in the league. 433.3 yards a game, man. 433.3 yards a game. That is insane. That's first in the league, okay? Passer rating, he's third. This guy is third. He's got the third best passer rating in the entire NFL, 110.4. Third down conversions. This is key. You keep the chains moving, you got a good shot at winning games, right? Third down conversions, they're first in the league at 50.38% a game, man. That is insane. That they're converting half of their third downs. But here's the thing. You got to play us, bro. You got to play the Niners. I told you about that 35.1. That's first in the league. We allow 14.8 points a game. That's second in the league. They got to play us. I told you about the 433 yards a game. They got to play us. That's second in the league for them. We're first in the league at 248 yards a game. All right. Their passer rating, I told you, he's third in the league, 110.4. We're the second best team, all right, at stopping passes. Their passer ratings are 72.7. All right. Third down conversions. They're first with 50% conversions, right? We're second. We only give up 27%, man. 27%. Do you understand the differences right there? Look, it's not about me thinking that we're going to blow everybody out. It's not about me being overconfident or even crazy. This is me looking at this game from a schematic standpoint. We match up well with this team. We match our defense matches up well with their offense. The problem is, and this is why I think we win, their defense don't match up well with our offense.
Exactly.
That's why I think we win this game. Let me take Wayne off you.
Exactly, Mike. And that's what I've been trying to tell everybody from the jump. People keep forgetting that our defense don't give up passing yards. If they give up passing yards, it's one big freaking play, and it's usually at some type of garbage time or very early. Matter of fact, teams usually run in the beginning, they clamp down on the run, force them to pass, and they don't pass as well later on in the game. And it's usually some underwhelmed wide receiver that gets a big yardage gain for the other team. I'm not worried about when it comes to the most underrated part on this team is the pass defense. People don't talk about our pass defense too much. It was the weakness before the season started, and it's clearly one of the strengths on this defense since the season has started from the preseason. We can date back to the preseason. I know it don't count, but from the preseason, this pass defense has been nothing but par. They are not giving up a lot of points. They're not giving up a lot of yards. Even if the points go over 21, 24 to 27 max, it's still at a certain time of the game. You did mention that the Ravens are better in offensive numbers, better on third downs. I mean, but look at the type of offense that they're running. Lamar Jackson is throwing high completion passes. These are short dumps. Every now and then he gets a play action pass. Somebody's wide open. I wonder why. Dude's running for 100+ yards a game. It would be almost impossible to stop a play action pass when the quarterback and the running back are consistently running. How do you defend that, Tony? Well, you stop the God-blessed run. You plug the hole. You stop the run. You take away the heartbeat. The heartbeat is not Lamar Jackson. The heartbeat is Mark Ingram. Lamar Jackson is the brain. Big difference. Brain, heart. You can survive with a bad brain, but you can't live without the heart. You take away the heart. You put the dagger in the heart, and it's game motherfucking over. I can tell you that. Because Lamar Jackson can't run for 400 yards. And if he did, he's damn sure can't throw for over 150 yards against this defense. I'm calling it like it is. We've been consistent all year, and that's how it's going to be. I'm not sleeping on the Ravens. I'm not discrediting the Ravens, but I'm telling you, they have not played this San Francisco 49ers defense. No one has. And when they do play this defense, what happens? They go home crying like, oh, shit, we should have won. Well, you did. There's only one team that we beat ourselves with, and you know who that is, and I won't bring up their name to the end of the season. I'm going to stop. I'm getting excited. I'm getting hyped. I got people talking stuff in the background. I don't really give a fuck, but you know how it is. Hey, go Niners! No! You know I don't give a shit. That's how we do. Hey, let them know.
Go.
Let them know. We there. I told Ravens we got on the camera. Hey, now we'll give them the Ravens some credit. Y'all got a good offense. But good luck against this defense, baby. We gonna wreck shop. I'm not. You good luck to this defense. I tell you right now. Richard Sherman trumps motherfucking. I ain't even gonna say Earl Thomas' name. We know how it's gonna go down. Like Takeover, Tony Takeover, put me on mute so I can keep talking smack in the background.
My man, listen, he had me ready to pass the collection plate. He said, "You survive with a bad brain, but you can't live without the heart." Yo, Nick, welcome back, bro. Let me calm down. Nick, welcome back, man. What's up, Tony? While Nick is getting ready, what are your thoughts, man? Come on, man. He said it, bro.
He did it, bro. Wayne, you did it, buddy. You definitely did it.
Come on, man.
And listen, and another thing, I'll tell you right now, you keep that guy on the sideline and we run the ball, it don't matter because he can't do shit from the sideline.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Like this game. Oh my God. I gave y'all the statistics. Wayne gave y'all the emotional part. I mean, all right. Okay. Hey, everybody said that the Packers were going to do it, right? They had that pass rush. The Smith brothers were coming to town, right? Aaron Rodgers had the worst game of his professional career against this team. In his career, not of the season, not of the last couple seasons, not his career, 104 total. What? Nick, come in. Nick, I need you to be the voice of reason because you told me you were nervous. Take yourself off of mute. Can I do that? No, there he is.
I've done it.
All right. What's up, buddy? What's up? Talk to us, man.
How can you not be nervous with a big game like this? And Breezy, as I've just plugged my headphones back in and I got Breezy going off in my ears. I had to turn the volume down as usual. I don't know, speaking with Tony, when you stepped out, he did allay some of my fears and talked some good sense. Breezy's got me pumped.
Yeah.
And I've just, in my stomach, it's a horrible feeling. I was talking to one of my friends over here, and my soccer team plays their local rivals soon. And I get the same feeling. I can't watch. I can't sit still. I have to stand up. I have to walk around. I get loud. I can't contain myself. And I've got that feeling. And it's I shouldn't be feeling this nervous because everyone that's spoken has said, scheme-wise and everything else, we match up well. But I need Wayne to step on this mic again and give it some more because I need to believe, brothers. I need to believe.
Hey, man. Hey, look, it's okay to be nervous. Nerves are good. Nerves are normal. That means you're a motherfucking human being. But I'm telling you what you don't need to be nervous about. That defense that's about to take this field. And you know what? Let me stop giving the defense all the props. Have you not watched our offense lately, brother?
Second in the league.
Have you not watched the offense click? Hey, when Kyle Shanahan needs to make a play, he runs a play. Hey, Nick, we were down 16-0 at home. 16-0 against another bird-ass team. 16-0. We were down. What did Kyle Shanahan do? Oh, this is not working. Let me do something I ain't did in a while. Listen, when all in doubt, man, just trust Kyle it may take some adjustments. I think Mike said it best, yo. Mike said, yo, give me the ball. I'm going to go down there and put 7 in their throats. That's what we want to do. I want to get that ball and score first and change the whole narrative on these suckers, yo. Because when you do that, that means the Ravens going to have to play a different type of style of game, a game they're not used to playing. And Tony said, if you keep Action Jackson on the sideline, you already know what that do. We got 3 running backs. Who going to lead the spirit ahead? We got 3. We got 3. You forgetting, see, this Raven fan forgetting Jeff Wilson Jr., who only scored touchdowns on the goal line. And he act like we're not going to get on the goal line. So we got 3 backs.
We don't have nobody called Michael Pierce or Brandon Williams.
They got 1. They got 2.
Nobody. They got nobody.
They got Edwards and Ingram. What did I say? You stick a dagger in the heart, the team will deflate. I can guarantee that. We got to take the heart away. Now, Nick, you can be nervous. Everybody can be nervous. The Ravens are nervous. The fans are nervous. You think you're freaking talking to me because they nervous. They nervous too. But what I'm saying is you got to be amped up because what's about to happen tonight, the 49ers know they got to win no matter what. That's what they got to do. That's the way the NFC is rolling right now. The AFC can fly by. The NFC is on a different wavelength. So the 49ers are playing, that mindset is different, man. Trust that mindset, Nick. We'll be all good, bro. Even if we turn the ball over. All year we've been faced with adversity. We got back-to-back road games. We're going to come out victorious. I can guarantee that. No!
I got all right.
Jesus Christ. He's nuts.
Crazy when the microphone don't know how to react. You can hear his volume fluctuating in there, man.
I don't know whether he's hyped me up or scared me into the point where I need to go and hide somewhere. That dude is crazy.
Guys,
but I love him. He's crazy.
This is going to be a fun game. This is going to be an educational game. Look, guys, I look at this game 2 ways. Let me try to be a little bit negative here, right? If by chance we lose this game, odds are we play the Ravens again in the Super Bowl, right? I am not. I repeat, I am not worried because if we lose now, we just win later. Kyle's not going to let the same thing happen twice. He's not going to let it happen twice. All right, so that's my absolute worst case scenario. My absolute worst case scenario is we're still in first place in the NFC. We're still in first place in the NFC, and we still control our own destiny with that number 1 seed. There's nobody out there that can stop us, guys. This team, it's week 13, and this team is in the position they have wanted to be in for a very, very long time. In control. It's not about this team needs to lose, that team needs to lose. That if we go out and we handle our business from this game forward, even if we lose today, if we go out and handle business every week after this, we got the first seed. We have the number 1 seed, and that's what I like about this. So, guys, let's wrap this thing up here. It's 12 o'clock. Kickoff is in an hour. I'm ready to go watch some pregame events and everything. And plus, I have a sick daughter. She's been throwing up all morning. I got to go out here and help my wife out a little bit. So I'm going to open the mics back up for you guys. Final words. Let's start with Tony. Let's go with Tony first.
Man, I'm over here listening to you guys, and then in my other ear, I'm listening to what they're saying on the NFL Network. And these guys flat out don't respect this team. They said when Baltimore wins, it'll be between them and New England. Bull, what is that?
Hold on, wait. I got to pull up his message here. Let me see. She wrote another message to us. Looking good for 50, Mike. Thought you were only 36.
That's crazy. But I'm so tired. I'm so tired of this non-respect to this team. It's ridiculous. So you know what? We're going to go out there and we're going to prove everybody wrong. And like last week we said with the Packers, there's going to be an excuse. Oh, well, it was raining. Oh, well, they missed their center. I know we can't curse, so I'm going to bite my tongue. But we're going to show up this game. And Kyle is going to out-coach that. He's going to out-scheme that defensive coordinator. And that's all it's going to come down to. Okay? Yes, he's going to try to blitz the shit out of them, and that's it. You want to blitz, you will pay. And that's all it comes down to. Okay? I don't know what – I'm tired. I'm tired of the non-respect of this team. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
It really is.
They
This
talked
is a 10-1 team, and they're talking like they're 8-8.
exactly. Yeah,
like,
that's
come
exactly what
on.
I was gonna say. They talked about us as if we still have that record that we had last year. This time, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. So it is what it is. Let me bring Breezy back in here, but I want to open up with Nick down to have his final word, and then we'll have Breezy finish it off. But go ahead, Nick. Your final word, final thoughts, man. Let's go.
Right. Okay. Final thoughts. We are going to win. I have come around. And one thing also I was thinking about is the way that obviously Tony was talking about Carl and the way he coaches. He definitely has made more adjustments when needed this year. And we've seen it in a lot of games, especially last week. The way they changed, the way we've played. Niners all day. Niners are going to win. And my wife said, I hope you liked your sign because she made that especially for you, Mike. And I didn't say anything to her. She watched one of the previous shows and she did say that you didn't look 50. Let's go, Niners. Let's do it. Let's go.
I love it. I love it. Shout outs to the missus. Thank her for her support. I appreciate it, man. You guys know how I am. And my man, Breezy. And by the way, I am 36. I know. I am 36. Nick is 55. He's mad. All right. Final thoughts, bro. Did you find Nick?
Nah, I ain't find Nick yet, but I got some good news, man. The sun is shining here at M&T Stadium. The sun is out, all right? The sun's out, guns out. That's why Nick Bosa ain't having no shirt on. With that being said, expect this defense to be all over this quarterback, bro. I know it's a different monster. I know. But I can guarantee you that this game is not going to come out. You see these babies? You see this? You see that? The Niners fans are in the building. I told you they're here. We deep. We 100 deep, 100,000 deep. Look, we gonna roll over this team. Okay, it's gonna pop this. I know it's at 1 o'clock. This is gonna be the highly most televised game all day. I can put my money on that. Make sure people are tuning in. I'm telling you, the Niners gonna pull this out. It's gonna be a close one. It's gonna be 28-24. The weather's going to end up coming back to the rain. They're running. They're going to start throwing early. So expect the score to go up early, and then we're going to cruise on through. Hey, I'm trying to wipe my boogers off because my nose is running. But we got this, yo. The Niners are in building. We are here. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Hey, we can't be 11-1. Let's go. Niners, baby. Woo!
Let's go. My man took us out with a music piece, man. That's what I'm talking about. Guys, listen, we've said it all that we could possibly say. We showed some respect to these guys. We acknowledge who they are. But again, they haven't played a team like this defense. And Wayne said it also. Enough about the defense. What about that number 2 offense? This team is balanced. They're well poised and they're well prepared. This is not a rookie that's coming in here, okay? The disrespect, they hear it. They see it. And Richard Sherman requested, hey, stick to your guns. If you had us lose at the beginning of the season, stick to it, right? And all of a sudden, I'm getting mad that they're actually sticking to it. Damn it. I just want y'all to be like, hey, this isn't going to be a pushover, but we're not getting it. So we're going to take it by any means necessary, guys. We're going to come out. We're going to show force. Linebackers are going to be tight today. The offense is going to be on fire. Look for those linebackers to be taken advantage of on their team. Look for George Kittle. Look for Slant. Debo Samuel to have another big game. Debo and Bourne are the guys that I think are going to really, really step up today, man. Those are going to be the 2 secret weapons of the day. I didn't include any of that stuff in my bold prediction, so I want to share that with you guys. I think those are our 2 guys, and that's really it, man. Let's get up out of here, man. I want to thank everybody who joined. Nick popped in briefly. Hashtag return Nick's bag or find Nick's bag, guys. If you guys know anybody who found that bag, it's got a hat in it with a bunch of autographs from the team. It's got a phone charger and a whole bunch of stuff. It's a drawstring 49ers bag that went missing. What's Tony got over there?
And Mike, remember we had that little discussion about the best fullback? Remember?
Oh.
And you didn't know Mr. William Floyd?
Oh, come on, man. You going to put me on blast again? Look at that. Look at that.
I got to be honest with you. I just got this. One of my favorite football players all time.
Oh, my God. That is awesome. That's what I like to see right there, man. I got to get something from Bryant Young other than that picture I took of him. He made me weak in the knees. I just stood there and stared at him like I was looking at. I'm serious. That's never happened to me before. That is never. I've sat down at card tables with celebrities, like no nerves. But when I saw Bryant Young, I couldn't move. It was the strangest thing ever. So it's all good though, man. We're gonna get up out of here, guys. It's gonna be a fun game. I'm gonna try to do a halftime show as well. Depends on how my daughter's doing. Yeah. Oh, I saw the question. Where's the gold bar? You guys already know what's happening. You guys already know what's going down at halftime or at for the victory shot. You know what's happening, man. We're gonna get this thing going here, man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Don't forget to put your hoodie on, Mike, in case you crash out and fall asleep again, man.
Just one shot. That's it.
Hashtag just saying. There you go. There you go, Tony. There you go.
That's how we doing it now. A man can't take a power nap. Huh?
There's power and there's power.
Oh yeah. Wait, hold on. Miss Debbie said, but she said that Brian Young is a family friend. Tell him he's my favorite. I've DM'd him already. He's responded to me and everything, but that is my guy. That is my guy. Like, seriously, my favorite player of all. I'm not even going to bring the jersey out. You guys know how I feel about Brian Young. That is my guy. But thank you guys for all your love and support. Everybody out there watching, man. I saw we were over 400 viewers at one point. We want to shout out to all of you guys, man. Be confident, guys. And there's nothing wrong with us struggling against this team if it happens to go down that way. I just don't think that's how it's going to go down. We will overreact to the show, I promise. We're going to try to bring you guys a halftime show as well. You guys already know the deal. Make sure you like, subscribe. You got your notifications turned on. Hit up the website. It is www.nothingbutniners.com. And that's it, guys. Prepare for glory. Anticipate pain. But always